Hemophilia will be our last example of a sex-linked recessive trait or disorder. Hemophiliacs bleed excessively because they have an abnormal allele for a particular protein blood clotting factor that's not produced, that's not functional, so the normal blood clotting cascade is interfered with. Under normal condition, if you cut yourself, if it's not too bad of a cut, it will clot so that the blood flow stops and will heal itself. It will take time, but you won't bleed out on a small cut. However, if you are a hemophiliac and if you lack the appropriate blood clotting factor, there's a danger that even a small cut will bleed excessively, or you could actually bleed to death. And in in Europe, for a certain amount of time, the royal families in Europe would intermarry closely to help strengthen these international alliances and keep the families strong. And because of that, marriage of close relatives within the European royal family allowed the hemophilia to spread throughout a number of the royal families, with the most famous probably being the Romanovs, the Russian royal family. So what happens is, if we look at the pedigree here, we have Queen Victoria and Albert. Queen Victoria of England, they had a daughter who, notice, was a carrier along with Queen Victoria. And then the daughter married within the daughter had a daughter herself, Alexandra, who also happened to be a carrier, and she married Tsar Nicholas of Russia, who happened to be normal, but because in terms of no hemophilia or the allele, but they had a child, Alexis, a boy, who happened to be hemophiliac because he inherited the recessive sex-linked on the X chromosome allele from his mother. And since males, if you remember, are XY in terms of the sex chromosome, he did not have a normal X chromosome to allow him to be normal phenotypically. He inherited the hemophilia allele and the hemophilia disorder or disease. Okay? And that is it for this chapter, which so far I think has been our longest chapter.